The Hollywood Forever Cemetery is one of the oldest cemeteries in Los Angeles and is located on Santa Monica Boulevard in Hollywood. But this is not an ordinary cemetery. What makes the Hollywood Forever Cemetery interesting as a destination is the number of well-known people from the entertainment industry interned at this location. The cemetery was originally founded in 1899 on 100 acres of land in the Hollywood district. That lot would soon be divided up as Paramount Pictures bought 40 acres in 1920, where it established a studio lot at the south end of the parcel. Originally called the Hollywood Cemetery, the cemetery has gone through a number of owners and name changes over the years. What makes this destination worth a visit is the outstanding memorials and gravestones of many of Hollywood's departed stars. It's a walk back in time where many famous luminaries from Hollywood's golden age are buried, including many of the movie industry's founders. Cecil B Demille directed 70 motion pictures, both silent and sound films. He's considered one of the founding fathers of the film industry. Known for his epic motion pictures, including the original Ten Commandments and Cleopatra, most of his pictures had huge box office appeal. DeMille became immortalized in the movie Sunset Boulevard when Gloria Swanson uttered the famous lines,
"All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up."
DeMille died after a series of heart attacks in 1959. Rudolph Valentino was a handsome silent film star whose fame has endured. Valentino's grave, to this day, is the most visited in the cemetery. He starred in several well-known silent films, including The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, The Sheik, and Blood and Sand. Valentino was one of the first sex symbols of cinema and was known as the Latin Lover. His death at age 31 shocked his devoted female fans, sending many into hysteria, placing him as one of cinema's cultural icons. Douglas Fairbanks was one of the biggest silent film stars beginning in 1910. He was a founding member of the United Artists Studio and the Motion Picture Academy of Arts. He hosted the first Academy Awards in 1929. Married to film star Mary Pickford, he was one of the most important figures in establishing the motion picture industry and was nicknamed the King of Hollywood. Fairbanks suffered a heart attack on December 12, 1939, and died at his home in Santa Monica. He was only 56. His marble monument features a reflecting pool, raised tomb with classic Greek architecture. The remains of his son, actor Douglas Fairbanks Jr., was interred there upon his death in May of 2000. In this well-maintained cemetery, with monuments of many famous and respected people, you find the graves of less famous people, many seeking prestige by having themselves buried next to a Hollywood legend. Hollywood Forever has crypts and niches available adjacent to many of Hollywood's notables. The remains of Judy Garland can be found in the beautiful Judy Garland Pavilion. Judy Garland starred in classic films, including The Wizard of Oz and Meet Me in St. Louis. She died at the age of 47 in London in 1969. Her children, Liza Minnelli, Lorna Luft, and Joe Luft, are expected to join her in their final resting place in the pavilion. Hollywood Forever Cemetery is a serene and somber place, yet has a slightly campy vibe. Johnny Ramone, founding member of the punk band the Ramones, was said to have wanted his gravesite to be more popular than Jim Morrison's in Paris. In Hollywood, at least, his gravesite is one of the most popular grave markers around and of all the rockers. Another Ramones founding member, bass player Dee Dee Ramone, wrote some of the band's best songs. Addicted to drugs for most of his life, he died on June 5, 2002, after overdosing. Mel Blanc's career as a voice actor spanned radio, movies, and television, starting in the 1930s until his death in 2000.
Hey, what am I going to get, a kiss or a quart of milk?
Over the course of his career, he voiced Warner Brothers cartoon characters from Bugs Bunny to the Tasmanian Devil. He voiced over 5,000 cartoons and did over 400 different voices for them. He died of emphysema and heart failure at the age of 81. His tombstone is inscribed, "That's all, folks." The Hollywood Cemetery was near bankruptcy by the 1990s. The cemetery was purchased by new owners and renamed the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. It underwent major restoration after years of disrepair. The Hollywood Forever Cemetery's site has broadened as a venue for different programs, including classic movie nights and concerts. The cemetery's Dia de los Muertos is a presentation of ancient traditions, festival, and celebration of the departed spirits of our lives. The Hollywood Forever Cemetery grounds are gorgeous, and there are many well-known entertainment figures buried there. It allows visitors to reflect on fame, life and death, and the transient nature of life.